Hi, my name is Alan from Hawkdive, and today we're going to be diving into the top 10 iPhone tips and tricks that I have made specifically to the things that I use and do and I find useful, and what I think that a lot of people don't know about yet about the iPhones. Specifically, I am using the iPhone 11 as my main driver, and you can see it on the screen right now. And if you haven't yet, check out the Hawk Dive article down on the description below. There's a link there. And it's the same thing as this video, but that one is more in depth. Or, if you just want to do a quick read for watching this whole entire video, then that is also an option. So let's dive into my phone on your screen. So the first thing is that, iPhones and the newer iPhone models have fast charging, right? And, you probably am wondering why your phone is not charging out of the box using the old brick, such as one of these, and it's just, charging very normally. Why is that? Well, Apple created a new type of brick or a new type of adapter that you would have to buy externally or from Apple themselves. It is called an Apple Lightning brick. And as you can see, it looks like this. Again, this is the newer version that allows for fast charging on your iPhones, unlike this little guy right here that only allows the usual charging of iPhone. Don't get me wrong, this still charges your iPhone very well. But if you want them to go faster, you might want to buy one of these. The next thing would be still about charging fast on your iPhone. How do you charge your iPhone fast? Well, of course, not using it, right? But while not using it, what more can you do? Well, that is to enable airplane mode, which basically disables everything that is not needed for the phone to work. That includes a lot of services as well that are not allowed on an airplane, especially because they interfere with signals. But for this case, it also allows your iPhone to cool off very well while charging, making it charge a lot faster. So, moving so let's move on to the next one. Next one would be taking documents. So I would have to quickly cut off the screen right here because I don't want to show you any of my notes. But to actually take a document, wait, actually, give me a second. I'm gonna get a quick document. Hold on. So I know this is not a document, but this is a paper. Let's just think about what if this is a document, right? This is a sizing of something that we're working on right now. So let's say this is your document. This is a paper. I'm gonna put it flat on my table right here. It's not even too flat, but flat enough that this would work. I would open up the Notes app from my phone. There you go. There's the Notes app. We created a new note. We're gonna press the camera sign, and we're gonna click Scan Documents. As you can see, you can now see the paper, and it created a yellow highlight. Let me zoom out a little out here because it does it automatically. What I suggest though is opening or turning on a flash. But before that, let me do this on the paper. Let me just reverse fold it so it lays flat on the table. That works well. And of course, most of your documents would probably be flat as they are because that's how usual documents work. This one is just a random paper that I have lying around with a little bit of things. Not so important things, but a little important. It's a little bit more flat. If I zoom out, press it, automatically scans it, does a flash, and creates that. Now we click Save 3. Now we can pick, let's say I don't like this one. We can delete that. I don't like this one either, so delete scan. This one I like because it is the most accurate one. Of course, I did move my hand and we're in a little rush, but you get the idea of how this would work out in taking documents without even having to download other applications such as Cam Scanner. Now we can move on into copy and paste photo edits. If I go to my Photos app right now, and I'm already in a folder right here, this is some preview of. All right, so we have a little bit of problem right here. So currently, when I do and show you photos from the iPhone, it kind of does a landscape thing on the computer share screen type of thing. So I guess we're not going to be able to show you this part properly, but I'm going to try my best. So this is copy and paste photo edits. You probably know that you can edit photos on the phone. Okay, I'm just going to randomly create a very crappy edit here because why not, right? This is just to show you my point. Okay, this is now how the this photo looked like before. This is how it looks like right now. It's like they're taking themselves into the light or whatever. But before you can triple dot and click on copy edits, or actually before you cannot do that, but now you can copy the edits of this particular photo, press done. It does its own thing again. Let me just go and put it back here. And as you can see, this photo right here is the one that we edited. As you can see, copy edits is also shown down there, right next to copy or below copy. We can press that again. What we can do now, instead of going into individual photos, holding it and clicking paste edits, as you can see, it also applied it. What we can do now is hold. We can then what do you call this, copy from the other photos and paste it to other photos. What we can just do and select, click on the triple dot on the bottom left of, or right of the screen, click paste edits, and boom, it pasted the same edit to all of them. You can also revert all of them by just literally dragging all of them at once and do click revert to originals, and they would go back to how they were taken before. So I'm gonna skip over this now because that's basically just copy and paste photo edits. Next thing would be QR code scanning. Let me just pull up a QR code in my monitor right now, and I'll be right back. All right, now we're back, and I pulled off something from my monitor right here. So most people, what they do is actually hit the control center, press on the QR code scanner, and they would scan from there, right? But now most of you know you can literally just pull up your camera app and point it at the QR code. And it would see it, as you can see, even if I move sideways, it even scans the other QR codes that I have on screen. Now I thought of the QR code because it looks cute. So yeah, this is very useful. You don't have to like customize your control center because you probably removed the QR code scanner right there. You can literally scan a QR code with the use of your camera app. Moving on to the next one would be sleep better after using your phone. As most of us does, we probably use our phone right in the bed before going to sleep, dark room, and whatnot. So for me, one of the tricks that I use to get me sleeping normally again is to go into control center, click or hold a 3D touch if you still use one of the old phones such as the iPhone 8. You can just click on night shift and then boom. I don't know if you guys can see this on the screen, but let me show you. My phone right now is very orangey. This is it without the night shift. This is it with the night shift. I don't know if you've seen a difference. Again, let me do it. This is it without the night shift. This is it with the night shift. As you can see, it kind of has orange filter into it that basically kind of negates the blue light. That's one thing to do, right? Now, the next thing would be to open up the reduce white point, which also allows for lower brightness. So of course you can just do this while you're in bed because it's gonna be like this from this to this while you're in a dark room. But in a totally not lit room, that is still pretty bright. I'm not gonna lie. So another thing that I do to get better sleep is I would go into my settings. I'm gonna go into my settings. I'm gonna scroll down to accessibility. I'm gonna go into display and text size. I'm gonna scroll all the way down and enable reduce white point. As you can see, this is it. Reduced white point on 90% while still on full brightness. This is it on 100% reduced white point. Is it off? This is it on. Now imagine if I turn the brightness all the way down. You almost can't see the phone, but I can still kind of see it. But you can. So that's another thing. That's a big thing, especially once you are in your, bed headspace in a way. So that's that. The next thing that I would show you is again from the Notes app. I'm gonna go back here. Then I'm just gonna type something, right? And let's say don't. What if I want to delete that? What I'm gonna do is shake my phone, and then as you can see under typing, we can undo that, and then it'll delete like most of the things that you type. So as you can see, I'm gonna type here. I'll just do don't mad whatever on my phone. As you can see, I'm gonna shake. It says undo typing. We press undo. Boom, it deleted some of the words that I have highlighted or something. Let me do it again. Let me shake it a little bit more. I think there would no be another one because I already did it. But you get the point. You can literally just shake your phone and undo things. So now moving on to the next one, which is a back tap. A lot of you don't know about back tap. We go into the settings. We go and click on back. We go into accessibility, of course. We go into touch right here. We scroll all the way down. You're going to see back tap. As you can see, for me, triple tap is a camera. Now, my phone is a little broken-ish. It might not work, but I'm going to try it. 1, 2, 3. Opens the camera app. As you can see yourself. This is a recordingception now. Look at that. That looks so cool. That's an illusion. Anyway, that's basically what it does. There's a lot of options in the back tap. So if you go back here, there's double tap and triple tap. The one that I did is a triple tap. As you can see right here, there's app switcher, camera, control center, flashlight, home, lock screen, mute, notification center, everything that you can think of that is on default by the iPhone, as well as double tap with the same exact things. It works with just a double tap. So I'm going to be fine with that. But now the next one requires a device called the Apple Watch. As you can see, I do have an Apple Watch right here. And by technicality, this is still an iPhone tips and tricks, but kind of just requires another device. So as we all know, iPhone 10, XR, XS, XS Max, and iPhone 11 has Face ID, as you can tell by the notch. But if you do have a mask, let's say this one, it would not turn on the phone because you have a mask. It needs to see the whole face. As you can see, if I go into my settings right now, if I go into Face ID, a couple moment here, Face ID, there is only an option called set up an alternate appearance. And but it does not allow you to unlock the phone with a face mask. But since I do have my Apple Watch connected to the phone, I have the Alan's Apple Watch unlock with Apple Watch enabled. So now, even if I have a face mask, I'm going to close the phone. I don't know if it's going to see it. Okay, it still sees it. Nice. It's lock. From lock, I'll have a mask on. Turn this on. You saw it? You saw that on the top of the screen? It allowed me. You see that? Top of the screen. It unlocks the phone because I do have an Apple Watch. That's just one fun fact. Little trick, little tip to make sure you turn that on. The second last one is called the volume button as a shutter. As you can see, you can literally shutter your phone, right? By pressing this. That's shuttering the phone. But what you don't know is you can actually click this, any of the volume button, and use it as a shutter. That basically allows your phone to be used like one of those people that does the 0.5 shot without you having to like fiddle around. Where's the shutter? Or where's the shutter button? You can literally use the side buttons as a shutter. And a lot of people don't know that, believe me or not. The last thing would be can text images on your iPhone. Like, what type of text images am I talking about? Give me a sec, I'll give you a sample. So I had a photo saved on the camera app, but I forgot this whole recording is glitching when I do that. So I'm just gonna show you the one from the website, but this also applies on a normal photo. So if I go to any website, let's say right here, there's a lot of books, and then because I love Lord of the Rings, or at least I like it, I pull the book. As you can see right here, what I can do is literally just hold over if it's visible enough that I can literally eat the whole thing as a text. I can find selection, I can translate, I can share, I can copy, and then I can literally just go into my notes app right here, make one, I can paste it. Look, easy as that. A lot of people does not know about that. Some people do access them from time to time accidentally, but they never use it as something that is actually useful, especially if you're a student or a writer and you're on the go and you want to like write write things while you're on the go, test things out, check out things, search them, and you're on a site, you get references. You literally can't go wrong by doing this trick. It's just as simple as that. And I guess that is where I would be ending my video here. So there's a lot of things that new iPhones would probably do better than older iPhones. There are probably more tips and tricks that are, the new iPhones are capable of, especially we have the dynamic island down, which I cannot show you because I'm still using an iPhone 11. But hey, I hope you find this video helpful. And if it did, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. If you do like, you can check out my other YouTube channel as well. But you don't dare forget to check out Hawk Dive's article down in the description below. Links, everything in there. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video on this YouTube channel. Again, Alan Avila from Hawk Dive, and have a good night.